A new podcast, new episode. Today we have Rachael Frost with us. So happy to have you here on that podcast. And please take the stage. Tell us about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to be here. I literally just moved back to the Los Angeles area a few weeks ago. I went to school in Boulder, Colorado for business, and now I'm out here pursuing acting and modeling.
That's awesome.
Wow.
What made you like want to pursue acting and modeling after college? Like, what was that turning point? It was like, okay, I want to pursue this.
It was really something that just fell into my lap. It was more or less we knew someone out here who started a publicist business. So we got to talking, and it was like, well, I like modeling, so we'll start with that. And from there, we just decided it'd be better to do acting and modeling as just like that, I don't know, kind of power duo going into the industry. So coming out here and doing that.
Oh, sweet.
So Samir said you did some like pageantry stuff too, right?
I did, yes.
So talk us about like through that because we don't know anything about that.
Yeah, so my very first pageant was right after I graduated middle school. So very nerdy point in my life, but honestly, a pageant was just what I needed for confidence. Coming out of middle school, I was very, very self-conscious, just not really sure of myself. So having the first pageant was the Miss Junior Teen Colorado pageant, I believe, and I ended up being a finalist for that. That gave me so much more confidence to go ahead and do my second pageant, which was years later, but for the Miss Colorado USA pageant. And in that one, I placed top 10. I'm very proud of being my first pageant in years. Again, it was an incredible experience. Any woman I meet, I say they should do pageants, whether that's their forte or not, just to get that experience.
Okay, I have a question really quick.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
With saying that though, isn't it very difficult to like put yourself out there in front of people and stuff? Like it's not that easy for everybody, right? So like
Yeah.
what advice would you give people who want to get into that but don't have the confidence to put themselves out there and wear all the different clothes and all that stuff?
I'd say embrace that completely. I'd say, I mean, if you're around girls like you are in a pageant, everyone's feeling the same thing you are. So you are living that experience together. And if you say, hey, like I'm really nervous right now, or I don't want to go up on stage in just a bikini, you have a bunch of women supporting you. So they're there to talk you through that and push you out there and really help you out.
That's a great perspective. I mean, is that I was about to transition before Henry cut me out. I was about to transition to the book that the project that you have coming or like becoming that woman like
Yeah.
does that kind of correlate
Oh,
together?
absolutely, yeah. So I mean, the whole point of the book was really inspired through my own experiences with growing up, being a young woman and seeing the experiences that other young women have had. So especially in a pageant industry where you are thrown in together, can really learn a lot from each other, especially when it comes to embracing that strong femininity, which I think in today it's difficult since you have a lot of media and a lot of chances to compare to one another. But in a situation like a pageant where you're not, a lot of people go in thinking you're going to compare yourself to everyone else, and that's just not the case. Everyone is there positively impacting whatever you're doing. So bringing that idea into a book, into a place where you can take that out of your pocket at any point and refer back to it. Just be like, you know what, you guys do you. If you're being negative, that's not my space. This is where I'm growing. And if you want to join that, that's cool too.
So have you started the book already?
I have, yes.
But it's coming out, and when is it coming out?
It's coming out roughly 3 months.
Okay.
We're still working out the details on that, but it should be on Amazon, should be Barnes & Noble in a few
Nice.
months.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
definitely put a link below here in
Yeah,
the
definitely.
description. How many pages is it going to be?
Oh, it's not going to be that long. It's not written like something you sit down and read for hours and hours on end. I think something like that, at least for our generation, it's not done as much where you just sit down and read a book. So it'll be shorter, but it'll be more of a guide than anything.
Nice. Nice. What is it? Is there a going title for it?
Right now, it's becoming that girl without losing yourself. So in that, I really wanted to emphasize that you can still have these goals of becoming this beautiful, successful, confident woman. Just don't lose who you are and sacrifice who you are trying to get there, trying to appease everyone around you.
And where did this whole movement and idea come from? Your own experiences, obviously, or?
Yeah. Just growing up and not having the best experiences with women, not having solid support or foundation from girls growing up. So this book, in a way, was a little bit of a love letter to my younger self to be like, it's okay, it's going to be okay. And it's also my 2 cents for the next generation to be like, hey, we can do better. We can treat each other better. We can grow into your full potential.
So transitioning to something else, kind of similar, but it's like, how would you say you do modeling, acting? You talk about inclusivity. How would you relate that in the modeling or acting agency? Like you say, some people say it's too diverse. You're not too diverse. You're too commercial. Elaborate on that a little bit.
In that situation, I think having room for everyone at the table is absolutely the key here. I think with everything that's been going on, there is a lot more, there are a lot more seats at tables for sure. But being able to have confidence to stand up and be like, hey, this person should be here too. Or you're standing up for yourself and be like, hey, I have a voice in this as well. So bringing that in to stand up for yourself and other people that you want to bring up to.
So have you faced any challenges since you have started acting or modeling in these areas, or?
Not so much. Well, I'll take that back. There have been a few instances where I haven't gotten a job because I'm obviously very not diverse and I'm white and blonde, but that's okay because I know that those opportunities aren't meant for me. And this is where it comes back to being confident in yourself. I know what's meant for me will be for me at the end of the day. My name's written on it. If someone else gets something, an opportunity, then it was meant for them. Either way, stepping back and coming back to that foundation of like, I'm going to be okay no matter which way this goes.
So how would you advise people who are like obviously submitting for these job roles to deal with rejection?
Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Rejection's tough, especially I have a big background in jobs that deal with rejection every single day. Like I was a personal trainer for a number of years where you literally have to go out on a gym floor where everyone's working out and just pick someone and start pitching your sales to them, your program. And then I was a show model after that. So I was face to face trying to get people in the door for this product. So you're facing rejection every single day. I'd say just get to a point where you can be comfortable with that.
And how would you do that?
Yeah. It's coming back to that point of I'm going to be okay no matter what. Like this is just one interaction. This is not going to determine my entire day, my future. Again, what's meant for me will be. Really just having the resiliency to flow with it.
Love that. Outside of, we've been talking all this modeling and acting stuff in the book, what are some hobbies that you like to do in your free time? Like, everybody sees you in the modeling stuff, your campaigns and everything, but people want to know more about like you as a person. So
Yes.
Also, I'll add on to that. I saw you did horseback riding too.
I did. Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, tell us about that. Horseback riding, pageantry, acting, modeling.
There's
all
so much to get into. So yeah, I started horseback riding when I was about 7. And I have been riding for probably about 13 years now. It is such an incredible space to be in. It's incredibly expensive, but I'd say if you can get on the back of a horse, like occasionally throughout your life, absolutely do it. It's therapy in action for me. It's the place where you can really forget about the world and just be with yourself and your horse. And I competed. I did show jumping. And yeah, it's the place I come back to really ground myself.
Do you like to just ride the horse, or yeah,
Oh,
or just like go over, like
uh,
do the jumping, or what do you prefer more? Just
I I prefer I prefer competing.
oh really?
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Oh cool,
I just love having that goal to work towards,
nice.
and um, a team as well, because
Mm.
horseback riding is typically not a team sport.
Hmm.
But having a barn you ride at with all these other, usually it's a lot of women, so a lot of other
Hmm.
supportive women is so essential. But I've loved it. It's been my passion for such a long time.
Nice. Do you talk about it in the book, or no?
I do. I do bring
Oh
it up in the
nice.
book. Yes, because we do talk about finding your own passions again and
Mm.
making sure it's aligned with you.
That's
Um,
interesting. We actually
yeah,
talk about that
We,
too.
you do.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
because it's hard, right? Like sometimes people do something for their whole life. For me, that was golf,
Oh
and
yeah.
you realize like there's other parts of me that like I like film, I like writing, I like
Yep.
acting too, I like directing, and I like production. So I didn't discover this till later in my life. Do you have anything like that in your life where it was like my identity was this, but I discovered more things later on?
I'd probably have to say just being creative in general.
Hmm.
For the longest time, I associated who I was going to be with, or who I was going to be with business, with pursuing some kind of entrepreneurial project.
Hmm.
And after I went to business school, and I loved it, it was great. I just realized it wasn't something that was going to really fulfill me. So turning to acting,
Hmm.
and I also play guitar.
Oh,
So
oh,
cool.
getting into that a little bit more,
Nice.
it's just so much better. And
Mhm.
I mean, everyone wants to make a lot of money, but having that kind of internal fulfillment was what I was going for.
Mm.
I mean, talk. I mean, I play the guitar too. That's
Yeah.
that's great. Are there any songs that you're kind of working on right now?
Um, I've been working on Thunderstruck by AC/DC for a
That's
long
rock.
time. It's
Uh,
rock.
okay, so you're
It's
kind of rock kind of person.
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
No.
I wouldn't have figured that out.
I love
So.
all genres for sure.
That's
Nice.
crazy. And my dad, speaking of horseback riding, my
Yeah.
dad used to play polo, the British sport.
Oh, that makes sense.
So they
Yeah.
used to
So
play
yeah.
polo, and I used to see that he used to have the horse. I used to get to pet him, and it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. And then
It's so cool.
I got a chance to ride it too, so it was fun. So I
Mhm.
understand where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
But speaking of passions, how does it? Do you really think that passions can change over time?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. I think, again, going back to horseback riding, I did that for such a long time, and I tied my identity to that for years. So the moment I decided I needed to focus a little bit more on acting and really setting up a career, um, finding something to replace that was difficult, but it was also necessary in order to grow from who I was before, which is someone who, did things by the book, step by step. Okay, you go to college, you get a job, you have a family, that kind of thing. Whereas now I'm realigned where my passion is living life to the fullest and making sure I leave the world better than I found it. So having those kind of deep connections and conversations with yourself um, really helps determine which way you're going in terms of your passions.
So I want to change gears. I
Yeah.
love that answer. But you said before we press record that your mom was a producer, right?
Yes.
So talk about how you're trying to pursue this business and how having your mom has helped you and what kind of guidance she's given you and stuff.
Oh my God. I mean, she's been amazing. Of course. I mean, she's my mom. So to start, of course, it's
Yeah.
great. She started in the film industry a long time ago, before I was born.
Mhm.
So she worked, I want to say she pitched stories to producers,
Mm.
something like that. But it just never really worked out for her. And then I was born. She changed industries and only recently got back into film.
Oh, cool.
So we are doing this completely together. She
Mm.
moved out here a little bit before I did.
Mm.
But now we're going to events together. We were going to red carpets. We went to
Nice.
the pre-Emmys cocktail party in
Cool.
Hollywood. And so having her support emotionally there has been great. And then also having her professional support and contacts as well, since she still has a lot of those from when she was working in the industry.
Nice, nice. What does she focus on in her work, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, she's such a story writer. She is detail, creative. Right now, I know she's working on a limited, almost like docudrama series.
Cool.
It'll be really great. I can't say too much,
Yeah, of
but
course.
it will involve horses.
Oh, cool.
So I think it'll definitely be a really good jumping off point for both of us.
Nice. Nice. So we've talked a lot about you, your background. This show's called Decoding Social Life. So
Yeah.
we like to decode the social life.
Let's do it.
And yes, this is where we kind of get some more personal questions. So I want to start with, so you just moved back to LA.
Yes.
LA has been rated one of the worst places in the world for dating. And it's one thing that we talk about on this show.
The
Yeah.
stats.
Yeah,
Look
the
at the
stats.
stats.
And
New
everything
York was
else.
the number one, I think.
Really?
LA
New York
took
and
it
LA.
over. So
But
I'm
what's
not
your opinion on that? Would you prefer to meet it? You said you're from Colorado, right? So would you prefer to meet
Yes.
like a Colorado country guy or a city guy in LA? What are you looking for out there?
If you asked me this question like a few weeks ago, I'd have something completely different to say.
Mhm.
Now,
What would you have to say?
before I would say, I'm looking for A, B, and C.
Okay.
Okay, well, walk
I'm
us
here
through
for
that.
it.
What is
Yeah.
the ABC?
Checking the boxes,
People
checking
want to
the
know that.
boxes.
Like,
Um, I'd say just being determined, having passion for life, and
Spontaneous.
yeah, having
Okay.
that being spontaneous, lust for life, but also being able to have that stability, not reach for someone else for like that support when I'm feeling insecure or when they're feeling insecure. Having that confidence. But now I really think career is where it's at for me.
Mhm.
Like
so
it's
you're
a-
not too concerned about it right
I'm
now.
not too
That's great,
concerned.
yeah.
I'm completely honest. I'm coming off of relationships that are
Mhm.
back to back, and I need a break.
Yeah.
And I know it's such a big city, and there's so many people and opportunities. But for right now, I know those opportunities lie in me focusing on my career.
Love that. Love that. Because a lot of people, a lot of women too, are like probably caught up in relationships and maybe not as focused as you are.
Yeah.
So I respect that about you. And I don't think
Yeah.
you're gonna have any, I don't think you have any issues finding a husband. Just being honest.
All right. Well, speaking of that, I lost my chain of thought. Sorry, that
I
was
can go. I'll do another question.
Yeah.
You're like pretty tall, right?
I'm 5'11".
You're 5'11".
Yes, yeah.
So as a 5'11" woman, do you prefer like is it
Short
like
King.
yeah? Do you have like you have to be a
Like,
certain height or what's your what's
no,
no?
no,
Really? Okay.
No, I mean,
that's surprising
well,
in today's
Let her speak,
society.
okay? Okay, I asked her a question.
I think to some degree, maybe a little bit.
Mhm.
As I am 5'11", I don't love the idea of like bending down to kiss someone, but I'm open to it. I'm not like I've dated guys that are shorter than I am.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh yeah. As long
Interesting.
as they're confident and they're okay with it, then you do you, and we'll be happy with that.
Wow, okay,
Yeah.
love that. You're being so honest. I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
it's taken a lot to get here for sure.
Yeah.
A lot of trial and error.
Does that come up in the book at all? Like your personal relationships
Stories.
or anything like that? Or do you kind of stay more surface level with your book? Or do you go deep?
There are some parts that go a little bit deeper, and I
Mhm.
do talk about some of my own dating experiences, and I think those are the more fun chapters, and we laugh together a little bit about that. But I do focus a lot more on continuing to date yourself, whether
Mm.
you are single or in a relationship. So just giving yourself the love that you still need from yourself and not expect that from someone else. So if that makes sense.
That makes sense, but
Yeah.
I would ask you to kind of keep talking about that. Like
Yeah.
what can expand on that? Like what is dating yourself? Is it like buying yourself a good meal, getting 8 hours of sleep? Is it like
Taking care of
working out?
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it for you?
Yeah, a good example of that for me would be whenever I'd get into a relationship before, I would find myself losing track of those habits that have kept me healthy and happy, like getting up really early and taking my dog for a walk, or sacrificing healthy meals to go out and eat junk food a lot. So taking the steps to be like, am I doing things that still align with my goals, or am I bending it a little bit to better fit in with this person? So having those conversations, taking time for yourself. Yeah.
So
Cool.
would you say a relationship is a compromise then? Or can you be yourself,
Yeah.
going back to your book, and still have like a healthy, compatible relationship?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you can still, obviously it's a give and take. You still have that connection with someone and you can still rely on them. But a good, healthy relationship, I'm coming to find, is one where you're happy yourself. You don't need anyone else. You can live your life and be completely content just living on your own, and get those supportive friends too. And I'm learning, especially for women, girlfriends are very important when you're alone. They
Yeah.
help you found yourself and find your feet.
Did you have a lot of friends growing up?
No, I did not. I was very unpopular growing up. And I think that was mostly just because I was very shy. Um, and I know coming into the entertainment world now and seeing where I'm at, with my own journey, I'm very proud to be where I'm at now. Just because I was so shy and I missed out on so many amazing girlfriends and
Yeah.
opportunities.
So you were an introvert, but now that you're pursuing this industry, you kind of like grew into an
Oh,
extrovert
I'm still an
person.
introvert.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have a much easier time of breaking out of that, um, because I know I'll be okay no matter what happens. I'm here to live my life and be happy.
So you're with peace with
Yeah.
yourself. That helps you kind of be more open and talk to other people. Is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to say?
Yeah, because like I said, it is going to be you at the end of the day. You can, be with someone, you can have friends, but at the end of the day, you're going to go to sleep with yourself. And as long as you have that foundation to come back to, everything's going to work out.
I love the idea
Love
that
that.
you bring every time. Everything's gonna work out.
It's
That's
gonna work out.
that's great. That's very positive.
And
Very.
that's where I'm at in my life too, where, like I said, I just moved here. My parents got a divorce recently. Like, I'm going through all these major, major life changes. And so I'm just like, you know what? There's a lot of chaos right now. But as long as I keep working on myself and I'm stable and I'm doing things that I love and that will help me grow, it'll work out.
How do you do that? What do you eat? What are your workouts? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah. So before I guess I get into what I do now, just to touch on it, I have not always been in great shape. When I was younger, I was definitely a little bit chubbier. I had glasses, the braces, bangs that were too short.
So you had a big glow up, is what you're saying.
Things have changed.
Yeah.
But so I completely understand where people come from in that aspect. And sometimes I still look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm still mentally that girl, but I'm not. So learning to love yourself, I think, comes with this. But taking the time to think, what are the choices that are given to me right now? Can I go out and get food? Can I go to the grocery store and cook something real fast?
So you're big on cooking?
We're not big on cooking. I don't like cooking. I like baking. I like desserts.
Baking without cooking.
It's true. It's different. But I think it comes down, for healthy eating, it comes down to you making those hard choices. Am I going to be happy now with a bag of chips and be happy for 10 minutes? Or am I going to choose to be happy later, looking in the mirror and being like, I did really well for myself today? So it's really that choice between instant satisfaction and delaying that for later for greater results.
Because I offered you some pizza earlier and you said you really wanted some. So
love
I think
pizza.
that you aren't super strict on your diet, right? So
I'm here to live. I'm here to live life when it comes down to it. I'm not going to put myself on a restrictive diet and, get away from eating delicious pizza every once in a while. But it's also in moderation.
Yeah.
All things
Well,
in moderation.
that's a good size, though, so I think it's in moderation.
Yeah.
We made sure to keep it a little healthy.
Yeah. There's no health in that. So
But-
you don't cook. So what do you eat then? How do you, what's the process?
So I don't cook a lot of, like, in terms of variety. I cook like basic. You got fish, chicken, that kind of thing. I will admit recently I've been eating out a little bit more,
Mm-hmm.
but I have been sticking to like getting a to-go Caesar salad,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's what I'm trying to do too. Is
Yeah.
like do to-go orders, but like a healthy to-go order, like
Yeah.
steak and potatoes and just like
Oh,
something simple. Like
exactly.
that's what I've been trying to do too. I feel like you feel so much better when you eat like that,
You do.
as opposed to even the pizza tastes good, but you almost get that brain fog after eating that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a food coma almost, or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
Like
Out of those, a lot of those. But again, it's on the weekend, I'll
Yeah.
take some.
Yeah,
But otherwise, I do
absolutely.
see you guys' point. Like salad is always the way to go. It keeps you fresh, keeps you
Yeah.
working.
Yeah.
But do you drink coffee?
I don't drink coffee.
Oh,
I've
no
never
caffeine.
no. Well, I do energy drinks sometimes when I'm feeling really tired, but never got on the caffeine train really.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do like teas. Teas are great.
Herbal ones.
Herbal, yep. I love my favorites mint. Love my mint tea.
with no caffeine, though, is what you're
And
saying.
no caffeine.
Oh,
No straight
How
up
do you survive?
coffee. Willpower.
Yeah.
I wake up, I'm like, okay, I gotta do this.
Wow.
But yeah, I think exercise is also another really good substitute for caffeine. I mean, I know it's really hard. It's easy to say, like, oh, just get up in the morning and go do a workout. But
Mhm.
once you start and just get that one day going, it's so much easier to keep that process going.
What workouts do you like to do? You said
Um,
horse riding already, right?
yes. But in terms of like a straight up workout, I have recently been doing solid core classes.
All right,
Cool.
you gotta explain that.
It's a lot like Pilates. Like they have
Okay.
reformers.
Oh,
Okay,
cool. I did
yeah,
Pilates
yeah.
the other day, actually. Yeah,
it's a
for the
lot
first
of
time.
fun.
Yeah.
He was sweating.
Yeah, yeah.
Like big, like
I was. It was
and
hard,
he was
dude.
like, let me end this quick.
No, yeah.
No, it was
they
fun, man.
kick your butt.
Yeah, I mean, people hate on it. Say it was so easy, but once you really get on the reformer, it's very.
If it's easy, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, I agree. But tell us about your experience with the Pilates.
Yeah, what was yours like?
It was good. It was hard. I mean, the lady was like, "Put your leg here." I'm like, "Okay, yes, ma'am."
Oh my god, she was like, "Do it."
She was like hardcore on me, but rightly so. Like I was not doing it the right way, so I was like slowing up the rest of the class. But it was cool. Like,
No,
anyways, but
Yeah.
try new things, and
So do you prefer classes to individual workouts?
I don't really prefer classes, to be honest. I prefer individual workouts,
Okay.
1000%. There's something about just like an empty gym and like music on full blast. I don't know, just
Yeah.
the quiet. I don't even need a really nice gym. I just need like a kind of secluded hidden one. That's like what I love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
What was your experience working as a personal trainer? Like, what was
Yeah,
your
when did
day?
you do that?
Yeah, I did that probably about 2 years ago.
Mm.
But I loved it. I loved being able to help people and get them to their goals. Where it really came to the wire for me was putting in so much effort and designing all these programs and not getting quite as much out of it as I thought I would. So just taking that and switching it to modeling was kind of easy. I was already working out every day, so why not add a photo shoot in there too?
Are there any challenges that you have ran into while pursuing modeling? Would you like to share some that?
With modeling in terms of like how I'm perceived or just
Yeah, either whatever challenge was something that stood out to you, like something that surprised you, like when you started modeling, like something.
I think this touches a little bit back on what we discussed before about diversity being a lot bigger now, which is amazing. But also having not enough room for the table for someone who looks like me, who again, the European blonde girls dominated for quite a while.
Are you European?
Yes, I'm German.
Oh wow, okay. I would have never guessed that.
Really?
Yeah, but because you grew up here, right?
I grew up here, but
Okay.
I'm white, I'm blonde, blue eyes, definitely got that European thing down. But yeah, I think the only thing that I've really faced is not having quite enough diversity in my look to
So
get
that's been
those
kind of
jobs.
hard. Oh, so you're
That's
kind of
been a little bit
frustrated because
harder.
you're kind of cookie cutter
Yeah,
look.
like you've seen it before kind of thing.
Let's talk about the other side of that. What are some
Yeah.
things that you like about it, and what doors have that opened for you?
Yeah. Gosh, a lot. So yeah, in terms of internally, definitely a lot more confidence.
Nice.
I've met so many amazing people. Like you see these gorgeous beings and you think that they're probably very snobby and full of themselves, and some of them are,
Yeah.
but a lot of them are just so happy to be
Nice.
there and grateful, and
Nice.
seeing that kind of support and inspiration in an industry that you think is competitive is such a cool turnaround for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's competitive, you say. So how do they?
It can be. Yeah. It's well, modeling, there are 100,000 of other girls that look just like me, that look, just like the next person. So with modeling, it's difficult because it is it comes down to what they're looking for. And 5'11", you're too tall. 5'11", maybe you're
I
a
get what
little
you're saying with
short.
that.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very specific.
I've had that too, where I was going to work a commercial, but they said we need to find a taller actress for you because you're too tall or something. And then I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, it's you think it's not a big deal in the moment, and you're like, oh, no big deal. But like that again and again and again, it kind of chips away at you, I think.
Yeah.
But you said that confidence, that helps kind of erode
It's
that.
like, okay, it's just not a job that was meant for me.
Mhm.
And I see that, especially talking about height, that also comes back to acting, where I have to lie and say that I'm like a couple inches shorter than I actually am.
Yeah.
Because when they're looking for females, they're looking for like small, petite. They want them to look
Yes.
small next to the man.
Yeah.
And I'm very tall. So
It's the same thing with guys. Like all the main lead actors in Hollywood are like 5'8". They're like
Yeah.
little mini guys.
5'11", yeah. 5.
No, not 5'11". They're
Yeah.
like 5'8",
They're
5'9". They're like
short.
small guys.
Tom Holland style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so
that is
it's-
difficult.
It's an interesting little area to be in too,
Yeah.
with acting and modeling, because you're tall enough for modeling, but you're too tall for acting. But with modeling, for me specifically, I'm not thin enough to be high fashion modeling, but I'm also not diverse enough for commercial modeling.
Gotcha.
So it's a very gray area that I'm kind of floating around in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's where you build your own brand, and that's where you build your
That's
individuality.
exactly, yeah.
And I think the book is going to be great, and I hope you get a lot of sales on that.
Thank
Like
you.
I said,
Yeah.
we'll promote it, and I'm excited. Maybe you send us a copy.
Yeah,
and
we'd
we'll
love
I'd
to
love
read it.
to.
We'd love to
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah, please do.
Sign one.
Yes, yes.
A signed copy. I'll keep that. I'll read it. But
Oh, he doesn't read.
You don't read books?
so
See,
yeah,
this is what I was talking about, where I made it a shorter book because I know
For people like
don't-
him, yeah.
Exactly.
all right. In my defense, in our generation, the attention span has gone so low,
Yeah.
especially because of social media,
Yeah.
reels. That it's a dopamine rush every time. Like it has to be something that keeps me going, keeps me want to read that book.
Yeah.
And this guy is boring, so he'll read some stupid Inferno by Dante, and he'll enjoy reading
It's a
it.
classic.
Oh well, great. I
I
don't.
never
like
said
it.
I enjoyed reading that, but I mean, I'm reading like a Hollywood book right now. It's really interesting.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, because we met
stuff like that.
We met in a seminar class,
Okay.
and because we both transferred,
Yeah.
and
We're
then-
just sitting in this circle.
and then I would come into this class because I had so much. I was a pre-med major,
Oh God.
and
Yeah.
seminar was my least of my concerns.
Yeah.
And I'll come in and like, and this professor will make us like speak like 3 times, otherwise
He
you
would
don't
like
get
mark
credit.
down, like Samir would speak, and he'd be
hate
like,
that.
Yeah.
I hated that in class.
And then
"It's good though in a way.
and
It
the
helps
profe-
you."
He didn't like me. He didn't
He
like
didn't
me.
like-
Yeah, he's like, and
Well,
then
Samir would come in and he'd be like, "Henry, you read that passage last night? You get the notes? Go take a look at the notes."
and I will always love to like put people on the spot. They'll say something. They're like, I agree. What do you think about that?
Like, just going off of that.
Yeah, you
Elaborate.
could have probably noticed it in this conversation already.
No, I like to like, hey, elaborate a little bit on that, and they'll hate me so much. And like, we just spoke, dude. Like, say something. But no, reading is not my forte. But if the book is interesting, I'll take a read. I like Atomic Habits. I
Oh,
read
I
that.
do like
I
that
read
one.
read the whole book. I like that one. That was a little meaningful to me.
Yeah.
But
Are you gonna make an audiobook?
Oh my God. Should I?
Yeah, you should. You should.
I could do that.
it's easier to listen
For
than
him.
read. Yeah.
People
Well,
were
yeah.
like, no reading.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not gonna be a buddy anymore.
Well, I can take a joke, But no,
Well, this is what we'll do. You give him a book and you make a test, and then we'll make sure that he gets it all right. And
Yeah,
we'll
just to
see
see
what
if he
his-
actually reads it.
okay,
We'll
yeah,
see what he
sure,
scores
sure,
on it.
sure, yeah, definitely. Like if
Yeah.
it's interesting enough, hopefully it is probably the way you're talking about it.
Yeah, we'll see.
It
we'll
is-
see.
it's-
This is gonna be the biggest book. I have a feeling about it.
It's gonna be a great book. So yeah, I'll love to read it. But the audiobook would be better for me.
Okay, I'll work on that. I'll get into that,
yeah.
Oh,
But anyways,
gosh. That's pretty
uh,
much it. Anything else you want to say before to our audience when we close out?
Oh gosh, I don't think so. I'm just so grateful to be here, and I'm really excited for what's coming for everyone.
Yeah, this was a great conversation. I think you
Awesome.
knocked it out of the park. We'll have to have you back. Send us the book. Keep in touch.
Yes,
and the audiobook too.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah.
audiobook.
I will get on that.
The audiobook.
Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
Thanks for being
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
And Rachael Frost, everybody,
Great.
Thank you.
thanks for
Yeah.
joining. And
Have a
hey,
great week.
last thing, we're putting together some events. So check out Events by DSL. I'll put the handle below. Maybe you'll see Rachael there or some other of our guests. Maybe she'll give a little speech or something. But we're putting that together. Follow us and see us next Friday for another episode.
So have a great week.
And a great weekend,
All right.
everybody.